I'm going to ask something delicate, and you may not like it. The president may not like to hear it if he's watching, but I think the American people need to get a yes or no answer on this. Does President Biden, at 81 years old, have Alzheimer's, any form of dementia, or degenerative illness that would cause these sorts of lapses? And it's a yes or no question. And if you don't know, why don't you, as one of his senior staff members, know?
I have an answer for you. Are you ready for it?
Yes.
It's a no. And I hope you're asking the other guy the same exact question.
Yes, Karine did something that is going viral. A lot of people, even CNN, is calling her out. We understand the concern. The president did not have a great night. The president had a cold. This is something they spread, but Biden released a video responding to that debate. They are now bringing a different story, which I'm going to show you.
Aside for the 2024 election, because he's not capable of serving another 4 years, what is his response to this?
So let me just step back for a minute and I guess deal with the questions that have come in about the debate. And honestly, this is something that the president has addressed himself multiple times since this past Thursday. And first of all, I want to say we understand the concerns. We get it. The president did not have a great night, as you all know, and many of you reached out during the debate. The president had a cold. He had a hoarse voice. You all heard it. That's why you reached out.
Did the president get examined by a doctor, or did he get a neurological scan?
A neurological scan? Look, what I can say is that, just to take a step back, it was a bad night. We understand that it was a bad night. And the president has spoken to this. And he understands that. And so I cannot speak to anything beyond what I just shared. The president has regular annual physicals that we release in a thorough report. We're going to continue to do that. I don't have anything else beyond that.
So was the last time he was seen by a doctor then in February?
I just don't have anything beyond that, beyond the question of a neurological exam.
Part of the problem that Democrats are articulating is that it wasn't just that he had a cold, but rather he had, answers. He was trailing off. He didn't answer some questions in a sort of fulsome way. And speaking of Nancy Pelosi, one of the things that she recently said was that it was a legitimate question whether his performance was an episode or a condition. So I guess I wonder if there's been any consideration given to releasing a more robust set of medical records or something to show his mental acuity.
So I will say this, look.
Yes, these people are insane. They think we are fools. When I take a look at what is going on, taking a look at this article, Biden just blamed his poor debate performance on traveling around the world. Shortly before the debate, I almost fell asleep on stage. You had a 7-day vacation right before the debate, Joe, a vacation where you woke up at 11 a.m. and took afternoon naps. Plus, didn't you guys already blame a cold? I believe during that debate, when Biden was performing, terribly, a lot of people were putting out articles. Yes, they were putting out articles like he had cold. Now the story is changing. He's now bringing in, I was so tired. I never had time to rest. This is what Karine had to say, pertaining to it.
And again, I get the question. It is a fair question to ask. We are not taking that away, and that's why the president certainly has spoken to this. As it relates to his medical records, we have been transparent. We have released thorough reports from his medical team every year since he's been in office. That is something that we have been pretty consistent about. As it relates to, something like a cognitive test, to the question that you're asking me about what the former speaker said. Obviously, she can speak for herself. His team, who has said, the medical team said it is not warranted in this case. We have put forward a thorough, transparent annual report on his health.
The administration strongly criticized the media for clips showing the president appearing to be confused, freezing at times, and you called it cheap fakes, misinformation, disinformation. In one case, even implied that it was the product of artificial intelligence, calling it deep fakes. Do you have any regret over using that language?
Not at all. Not at all. And let me be clear, it was a certain part of the media. And, I mean, you can speak to this better than I can. A certain part of the media which was doing this. And look, independent, mainstream fact checkers in the press and misinformation experts have been calling out cheap fakes. And at the end of the day, they're fakes. That's what they were. Targeting the president. They had said, the reporters and these misinformation experts said that this president was being targeted. And what we did was echo them. That's what we did.
Yes, listening to Karine, you can clearly see she's not acknowledging that, oh, this man is old. He cannot do anything again. She's still attributing, oh, he had cold, and bringing this issue of deepfake. You know, sometimes when I watch this lady, she's even trying this time, to respond to questions because it is more than them. She has been dodging away from real questions for a very long time. This is the time she should respond. And look at what she's telling us. Everybody saw it. So I'm really waiting to see the next debate. If only Biden will be there to see what they will blame on. Some say, oh, this happened.
The motivation behind that press conference was clear because Karine Jean-Pierre said it plainly. We want to turn the page. We want America to turn the page. We are hoping to turn the page. I mean, she said it 3 times. That was quite clear. The page is not turning because there was a lack of answers to the critical fundamental question that was being asked, which is, what happened? What happened that all of America saw? So Karine Jean-Pierre kept saying, we're not trying to ignore reality. We understand and acknowledge what America saw and witnessed, and that was a really bad night, and that was a bad debate. And we acknowledge that. But she does not offer one bit of evidence or reasoning or rationale for why. Why did America see what they saw that night? And there were a lot of questions asked by the White House press corps. Can we get more medical records? Can you bring the doctor in here and make them available? Is it time to do a cognitive test? You didn't do one in the last. And there was just none acceptance of that kind of a premise. It was just...
Yes, Karine has never been there to respond to questions, to clarify people. She has always been there to act defense on behalf of the president. So when I see CNN doing this now to say, oh, Karine did not, it's not surprising to me because they are now really thinking, they are now coming out of the eggshells they have been in for a very long time. People have been suffering with Karine, lacking of answers to give us. Now look at what she said here. Embarrassing.